Saturday afternoon, and you're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sideline. Let's see the stat sheet here for Jaylen Brown.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Demon's out there with Traore. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for the Celtics, the guard pair, it's White and Brown. Tatum out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. Hey, Stan, given that we're in the late portion of the season, what would you advise the playoff-bound teams?
Well, it's really simple, Kevin. Make sure you're healthy and playing your best basketball. Seriously, if you can accomplish both those things, you've got a shot at a deep run in the postseason.
Pick by Vucevic. Here's White. There's the drive. And White with the stuff.
Cunning drive by White. He saw a hole and took advantage.
Pass to Demon. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Rebounded by Vucevic. Here's Boston now. Here's White. A tremendous game he played against Dallas. Outside Tatum. Pocket 6. To the inside. Here's Porter. That shot off. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Into the lane. And the dunk by Tatum.
And that's on the defense there. You can't give Tatum those lanes and launching pads to the rim.
And sometimes, Stan, lost in everything he has done for his team, Jason Tatum is one heck of a playmaker.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what happens to guys like Tatum when they come into the league is because he can score the ball, and that's such an important skill, we tend to focus on the scoring. But Jason Tatum has become a better playmaker in his time in the league. He's become a better defender and a better rebounder. This guy excels at everything. That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
The Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Demon. Nets passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Traore. A 3-ball. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Tatum down low. That one doesn't go.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Pass to Clowney. Here's Traore. Light covering. And a wide open look for Porter. Misses and the dry spell continues.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Here's Brown. Drives to the hoop.
Speedy move by Brown, using his velocity to get right where he wants to go.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. Musician Jack Harlow in the building, showing his love for his Celtics.
Well, his support seems to be serving them well, right? The way the Celtics have been playing, I'm sure Jack Harlow is having a nice night thus far.
Nets trail by 3. Pass to Claxton. And taken away by Brown. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Demon from past the arc. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And White kicks to Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Over in the corner, Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Over Porter. Brown, no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Porter, bounce pass. Here's Traore. He's covered by Pritchard. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
On the free throw, no good. At one time, pretty much just a three-point specialist, Sam Hauser, coach, is now cranking up the defense.
Yeah, look, Kevin, you can come into the league and maybe carve out a niche with just one skill. But usually what you have to do is take that one skill and build on it so that you can be a consistent rotation player. Sam Hauser has done that, and as you said, he's added the defense to his shooting ability. Yeah, that's like a quarterback leading his receiver. Put it right on him.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take his chance to talk to his guy. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Boston. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, the Nets. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now. Here's Pritchard. Hasn't made one yet. They set the pick. Takes it inside. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Nets trail by 3. To the middle. He's looking for Claxton and finds him. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
And that's a smart foul there. Instead of giving up the easy deuce, send them to the line.
The Nets have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
The first free throw is good. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Here's Shireman. Here's Pritchard. Banked in off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Nets trail by 4. Now here's Powell. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Williams' shot is off. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Pritchard. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Man passes to Powell. Out left to the wing. Wolf shot's good.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Celtics lead by 1. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
We've got Peyton Pritchard, and it's Tatum in at the free throw. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Pritchard passes to Tatum. Stan, teams track different officiating crews, don't they, and how they tend to call the game.
Yeah, they do, Kevin, and there are some organizations who do it more than others. I'm not a fan of it myself because I think it puts your players focus on the officials and takes away from focusing on what they're supposed to be doing on the court. So I'm not a big fan.
The shot by Powell, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Williams passes to Mann. Williams in the post, guarded by Tatum. Out of hand on it. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Just 2 to shoot, and it's good. 2 points.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So for the Nets, Conley's checked in, and Porter subbed in for Terrence Mann. Celtics leading by 3. The screen from Brown. Pass to Queta. Back to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Queta. The tray. Can't get it to drop. Made 3. Missed 2 from the field. Here's Williams. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got his 4th rebound in this one. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Porter. Takes a 3. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Brown. Brown gets it done inside.
JB showing off those handles. That was a weakness of his early on. Now it's a strength.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. On your screen now is the 2K leaderboard showing us the leaders in blocks in the second half of the NBA season. 5th on the list, Derek White.
He's been protecting the rim as well as anybody in the league during that stretch. I mean, he is not making it easy to take the ball inside.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Kevin, back to you.
You absolutely love that confidence. Okay, Allie, we thank you. Here's Tatum, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Nick Claxton. Lots of layers to it, Coach, but what is the best part of Jason Tatum's game, in your opinion?
Wow, now that's a tough question, Kevin, because this guy can do it all. I would say what the best part of Tatum's game is he can create whatever shot he needs at any given time. He's got the ball handling skills and the shot making ability to get where he needs to go and then finish the play. Well, it's so impressive how Jason Tatum has just continued to strengthen his game. He's a star who isn't easily satisfied by his own play and always wants to do more.
Vucevic, he's checked in for Boston. Sam Hauser comes in for Pritchard. And so Tatum nails them both.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass. Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And here's White. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Nets trail by 10. Porter in the corner. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Brown, and there's the drive. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Jaylen Brown. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. Right around 25 points per, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
Yeah, when a shot is missed, he has got great instincts for where the ball is going.
Three-pointer. The rebound by the Nets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defense that's showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
50 seconds left now here in the second. Over in the corner, Brown. 5 on the clock. Busted. No good that time either. Nets trail by 8. Beyond the arc. And Boston with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. White, left side. Traps in the tray. White's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
Well, we've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
Porter outside. That shot, no good. And so it's Boston, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back to the action in just a minute.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drums, please. Give it up for our contestants.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Boston Celtics.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end, when you can turn misses into makes, that's found money.
All right, guys, time to see what the fans are saying on social media. Here's a good one. Shaq Can't Dunk 32 wants to know, how do you guys deal with internet trolls?
Well, first of all, that's the most ridiculous name I've ever seen.
I thought it was pretty good, actually. I got a good chuckle.
Kenny, let me see your phone. Did you send that?
Jack, there's zero chance I'd ever let you touch my phone. No way.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Starting off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Torrey is out there with Demon, and it's Claxton in at the center. I know some would classify Derek White as underrated. Stan, what's your read on him?
Well, Kevin, I would say he was underrated for a long time, but now I think we've all gotten smarter, and we all realize Derek White is one of the best guards in this league, period. I don't think he's underrated anymore, and I just think it took us a long time to catch up with how good he is.
An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Torrey. Pass to Demon. Fires the 3. Tries yet again. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Claxton.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Outside, White. The 3 from Tatum. The rebound by Demon. For Brooklyn, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. And the shot goes in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Nice move. Holland drives in. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Clowney. Here's Torrey. Here's Demon. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
And Vucevic throws it down.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
Pass to Clowney. Here's Torrey. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside, Porter. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's sent back by White. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And the 3 ball is good. Tatum's got the lead up to 14 now for the Celtics. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Back to you.
Not a bad idea. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Here's Torrey, still without a basket. Pass to Clowney. Now here's Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, and look at the composure of Porter Jr. there to fight through the contact and get the and one opportunity.
Michael Porter Jr., 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes.
One shot.
No question, Michael Porter Jr. is a true shooter. Stan, he gets out there and scores, it seems like, every possession.
Well, listen, Michael Porter Jr. is not only a great shooter, he's got that high release that people can't get to. So he knows when he shoots it, it's just a matter of make or miss.
There's the lob to the hoop. It's deflected and taken away by Brown. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Left side, Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Flashing his athleticism there. Once Brown gets solid interior positioning, he's focused on jamming it home.
Down low, stolen by Tatum. Brown finds White. Misses the three. Nets trail by 15. From 13. Pass to Traore. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in.
Well, that's where you want to be, getting those easy money looks.
The Celtics have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Tatum a screen, and White kicks to Tatum. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Claxton. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. Claxton's got 6 in the quarter. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Nikola Vucevic.
I'm really not too surprised to see the rebounding numbers trail off a bit. He's a veteran player getting up there in years, and what comes with that is some changes to physicality and intentional adjustments to playing style. Even though his rebounding output has declined, that veteran presence and basketball IQ continue to grow.
And so Powell will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 13. With the drive, pass to Demon. Sharp with the screen on Pritchard. And it's Demon missing.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Kata, and he slams it one-handed.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Demon, that's good.
And a bit of a struggle for him so far in the quarter. Just 1 for 5 from the field.
They set the pick. Pritchard gets the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 14.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Tatum, and it's Walsh in at the 4 spot. That's the Boston 5.
He may have had too much time to think about it.
There's a screen. Inside. The kick out to Tatum. Five to shoot. Fade away. Hits the front of the rim and out. Nets trail by 14. Outside, Porter. Right wing. Powell for three. The rebound by Queta. Queta's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Tatum passes to Queta, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
There's no argument that Tatum's at his best when he's distributed.
And Brooklyn has possession. To the paint. And there's Porter on the assist by Powell.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in, and a change for the Nets. Claxton's checked in. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle, and Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. There's the screen. Inside. Here's Queta. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Claxton. It's blocked. Powell against Tatum. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
How about the ball hawking defensively, moving their feet, anticipating, and then also...
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. That's a big-time move by Jason Tatum. I don't know how many style points you give him on that one.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Powell feeling it out a bit on the wing. Williams drills the three-pointer. Williams has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
There's the pick. Sweet move, and finished off by Brown.
Great call having Brown run pick and roll. He is so confident with the ball in his hands.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Powell, the pass to Claxton. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Put your hands together for Celtics Entertainment.
So for the Nets, Conley's checked in, and Demon subbed in for Zaire Williams. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Porter against Brown. Porter outside. Another shot. And he got it. Nice execution on the layup.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to make.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the Celtics making a change here. They led by as many as 18 points. Outside, White. And the rejection by Claxton. Finishes inside on the nice dish.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Here's Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Now Vucevic. 6 on the shot clock. Vucevic setting the pick for Tatum. And get the 3. Nets trail by 13. Now Porter. Knocked away. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Here's Porter. There's a good screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Vucevic pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Tatum. And he banks the layup in.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Boston.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jason Tatum.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
It's good!
Michael Porter Jr., 3 points.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Now here's Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Outside Brown. Now here's Tatum. Shoots the 3. Up again. Saves him with the putback.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Porter outside. Here's Demon. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jason Tatum.